And we are live. That sounded terrible. I was about to like cough in the middle of it. Before the show started, I was saying we're a couple minutes behind because I was trying not to cough, and then I still led the show with a cough. But that is why we go live. Welcome back to the Gem of Crypto, episode 784. Today is Tuesday, August 25th, 2021. For some reason, I want to say 2027. I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. And as you can tell, today's show is all over the place. It's all right. About to talk that good crypto news, have a little fun with it. Top story of the day. Coinbase users angry with customer support after funds disappear from accounts. Philippine regulator tells Axie Infinity players they must pay tax on income from game. Thai SEC proposes new rules for digital asset custodians. And Dogecoin going to help Real Dogs. Chicago Animal Shelter now accepts crypto. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with these prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices today, Bitcoin's at $47,494, down 2% today. Ethereum at $3,118 is down 3.8%. Cardano at $265 is down 3.1% today. Binance Coin at $482, down 0.03% today. XRP at 113 is down 5.5%. Dogecoin at 28 cents, down 6.2%. Polkadot coming in at number 9, 24.91 is down 6.3%. And last but not least, good old Solana at 68.07 is down 8.6%. So a bit of red after 2 or 3 weeks of green for most of these coins. Nothing to worry about at all.
There we go. What's going on? Shannon Allen, Leroy Forbes, Eric Gordon, Raquan G, Smitty Farms. Say I got the first mic light. Good morning. There we go. Tessa Hall. Good morning. Paris. Good morning. Ahmed Sakin, Shannon Allen. Let me know we should scrub all our info from Coinbase or just stop trading on it. Both. Notes from Jude, Justin Franklin. First time catching y'all boys live. Appreciate everything y'all do. Also, another first like today. Any advice on starting an NFT collection? Just get going. Literally, just get going. We showed how to do them on OpenSea when they first came out here on the show. So literally, just get them started. What's going on, Ali P.O.? Said, heard Alex Glassstein shout out Bitcoin Zay and his work on Pomp Podcast this morning. Glad I got back on Twitter after the meetup. There we go.
Let's shout see. Out to Alex, my man Alex.
There we go. Chappie, got my NFT comment yesterday, and I ended up with an uncommon rare cover for it. Oh, nice. All right, so yeah, for those who get the rare, the uncommon rares, and all that good stuff, the different levels, you're definitely gonna have a nice little return on that comic book or that collectible. So, all right, first top story of the day: Coinbase users angry with customer support after funds disappear from accounts. People, literally, Bitcoin Zay, I believe, made a video back when we had our Discord group for this to get off Coinbase. How many years ago was that? Like 3 years ago?
3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. And then we've been saying it since probably the beginning.
Right, for real.
About 3 years ago.
Beginning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems as though Coinbase customers are venting again in frustration with the lack of customer support. People, get the fuck off of Coinbase. I don't know how more clear we can say it. They have notoriously bad customer support. And when things happen, they are not able to get through to them or to figure it out. Now, Coinbase, they're under fire for terrible customer service. According to a Tuesday investigation by CNBC, thousands of customers have lodged complaints against the company. The quote here suggests interviews with Coinbase customers around the country and a review of thousands of complaints reveal a pattern of account takeovers where users see money suddenly vanish from their account, followed by poor customer service from Coinbase that made those users feel left hanging and angry. And I'm gonna just tell you, I have a close friend. He lost $1,000 on Coinbase. He was calling angry, like, "Oh man, what should I do?" And I told him years ago or a year ago, don't use Coinbase, but he did it anyway. Lost $1,000, and it looks like there's thousands of people who have done the same thing. One client, Tanja Vidovich, claimed a lost nearly 168,000 in cryptocurrency after receiving a number of password change alerts. Attempts to contact Coinbase were fruitless, of course. And because we've said their customer service is bad, there's really nobody to turn to if you have a problem. That's why you should get off Coinbase, along with the other issues that they have. But of course, this is a main issue that needs to be solved, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key thing too. And it's more or less where it's just like you want to have access to your funds, to your value. That is what cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically is all about, was all about, and will continue to be all about. So, like you said, we actually had problems with Coinbase from the beginning when you can't access your value or your accounts getting restricted literally for no reason. And we created multiple different accounts just to see if it was just like a my thing or a Zay thing or different other person's thing. And when they're just restricting your accounts, we knew it was already a red flag. And a place like Coinbase, who has the option to provide support that just chooses not to me, that's saying a lot about the company. Again, it's a huge company. And they just like literally decide not to pay any attention to that part of the business when it comes to support. And of course, if you're a bank, which is essentially what they are, you definitely want to have that. All right, let's see. Seeing some hilarious people in the chat. What's going on? Brian King said, pay the light tax. Appreciate it. What's going on? Chansey, Alexander, Carmelo said, we're going to need Mari Harwick to fill in for you. You still look like you're recovering from the meetup, LOL. No, I'm not. But I woke up and turned up. I was like, all I got to do is emails today. I thought I had to shoot. I might be relaxing. So I was like, hey, we're getting the party started early. It's still summertime, isn't it? We were locked up all last year. Oh, yeah. Kadeem K said, got me an ultra rare. I was hyped. That is what's up. What's going on? Our project experience. Welcome to the show. There we go. Bitcoin Benito said, what do you recommend we use instead? I know Zay likes to use Edge Wallet. I actually just finally signed up for the Cash App, or at least for the Bitcoin withdrawal, or withdrawals and all that stuff. Yesterday. I mean, it works the same as Edge with the ID. What I will say was like it did work, and I already been using Cash App normally just to move money back and forth. But to see the only thing I didn't like is like a Bitcoin transaction actually takes like 2 or 3 hours on their network or however they're doing it. So to me, that was kind of weird. I will say that. A lot of manual check boxes is being hit all at the same time.
Also too, hash rate jumped up tremendously. So you may have a clog there as far as transactions. Who knows? But yeah, it shouldn't take that long. But I would say Uphold, is another one if you want the similar experience of centralized exchange. Uphold. But if you want to just trade within the app, Edge is the easiest I've seen. You can buy it a number of different ways, sell it, swap it, whatever. Yeah,
I feel like Uphold has been like getting more constrictive, though. I will say that. Other people start pointing out when I looked at it, it was getting a little bit more constrictive. I would say Gemini is also good for the people out there. I will say I can't really speak for some like smaller accounts, but like mid-size to larger accounts, they do a really good job of handling that. And again, I like Gemini because the Winklevoss twins from the beginning, they came in with money. They weren't trying to put their reputation on the line. I think they're still on that same type of movement where it's like, hey, we want to do good business with a good reputation. So Gemini's still been doing pretty good. I mean, by and large, they're probably with the feds too. So believe me, I will give that bird call when it comes out, but they have been doing a really good job. So I got to give them a shout out too. Scott Jenkins finally catching us live. What's going on? All right, let's see. What else is going on in the news today? The Philippines are in the news. I'm trying to balance off yelling into the mic. So I'm like leaning back, trying to gauge my excitement here. But it's there. It's definitely there. Philippine regulator tells Axie Infinity players they must pay tax on income from game. People, this is crazy. The metaverse is becoming like, this is the type of regulation you really need to look at. Like we've said it before. When the metaverse becomes bigger than the real world, when you can make more money for your time in the metaverse, when it's more fun to be in the metaverse, when you're having more interactions, business deals, especially in times like COVID, during the pandemic or whatever you want to call it, during all these times, the metaverse becomes more popular, becomes bigger. And while we're not seeing it in its full use in third world countries and smaller countries, in developing countries, those people who are playing Axie Infinity are actually making enough money to support their family. So it's like a salary for them. And it looks like in the Philippine government, they're yet to determine whether Axie Infinity in-game NFTs, as they're calling them, should be classified as securities or currency. Isn't that funny? No one pays attention until it is making money. How are these people paying for school and groceries all of a sudden? We never gave them a loan. What's going on over there?
I love it. Yeah, I love the fact that they literally didn't pay attention to anything in this industry until it started making money. And this is an awesome first paragraph. Amid the enormous success of crypto power game Axie Infinity in the Philippines, the local Department of Finance made clear that it wants a cut of profits generated by playing Axie and other play-to-earn games. Thank you, whoever wrote this article, because that's all it's about. We need our cut. You need to make sure you pay us. It's funny because they don't know what to call this stuff. They NFTs, collectibles, currencies, securities, they all over the place. They just basically making it up as they go. And as you can see here, they say the actual Philippine Finance Undersecretary, Antoinette Tiananco, says, cryptocurrency is an asset, so it's already taxable in the Philippines. Whoever earns currency from it is income you should report. Well, if you know about the Philippines, they were one of the countries hit the hardest with COVID, where people literally had no money, no way out, nothing promising for them. And this is the only way some of them were able to pay their bills by playing Axie Infinity, getting some Axies, battling them on there, and then earning AXS with it, which, as we saw, went up, I think, 200% over the last couple of weeks. So there are people who are earning this cryptocurrency, making money from it. And here come the Philippines. Yep, it's a security. Is it a currency? So those are the things that will help us define the rules and how it should be taxed. But regardless of how it's characterized, it's taxable. So just the income tax. So it don't matter what we call it, we're going to tax it. So at this point, you can see the point of regulators is to get money for the state. If you have a lot of money, they're going to take some of it. Simple and plain, and that's what they're trying to do. Axie Infinity. Man, I feel bad for the people in the Philippines. Finally found a way out, and here come regulators. This should push them to push back. Like, no, you're not taxing my crypto, and good luck taking it out of the wallet, which is impossible as well.
Listen, I am over here laughing. These comments are hilarious. I'm with you. I mean, again, this is what I mean by, we talked about this yesterday when I was like, the way I look at the market, I make slight alterations from it, because while I see things, I'm like, oh, I know what a correct analysis of this is and what should happen. I don't know what the curveball from the regulators is going to be. I don't know what the curveball from the government is going to be. And now that we're starting to see these type of curveballs, you can almost expect it, where it's like, yeah, they're going to grow to a point, which is why I say that's a part of scaling now. What's going to happen when the regulators come in? When the gang kicks the door in, and, hey, you got the money on the floor. Hey, listen, you better have some money somewhere in here, okay? Listen, you better have some money somewhere. So seriously, though, that's the thing when we keep talking about all these projects. I mean, I see right now Cody fan. What's going on, Cody? Cody's saying Bitcoin is king, but that Cardano ADA, though, it hasn't done anything. My point, wait until the regulators say, all right, well, Cardano's making a lot of money. Are you number 3 now? You're number 2 now. Like, let's see how they react to that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, exactly. Just wait until regulators show up, because again, the only thing I think is bulletproof is Bitcoin. Everything else, regulators show up, they want a piece of cuts, or they claim it's a security. Good luck, my brother, because there's no precedent for that before now.
Yeah, let's see. AO Finance said Philippines government lost money betting on Pacquiao. They want their money back. Listen, people, look at all your bills this year. If you are getting any weird charge, like, do not be afraid to fight back. It is a COVID charge going on this year everywhere.
Oh, man.
And in businesses, is this running rampant, people? It is running rampant. So make sure you
I got overcharged twice at the hotel on accident. Same amount, 2 different reservations. I was like, I'll just slide this in there hoping nobody sees it. And the dude, he didn't laugh. He kind of smirked like, well, maybe. And I was like, yeah, I know this is COVID prices and whatever. So yeah, make sure you check your stuff.
That's super whack. Ali Pio said, they said, oh, you made money? Nice. We made money. You already know it. PFC Wells Track said, Axis is about to lose. Some of the user base, they're changing how you make money. A sizable amount of the players and breeders are just in it for the gains. Of course. So a lot of people definitely went to that game for the gains. And this is what we talk about, people. When we mention things like this, I think we mentioned it either in the master class or right after on one of the shows, but it was like $1,000 startup cost to play Axie Infinities, about let's say 100, 200 something for the character. You needed 3 of them plus the gas fees would bring you up to almost like $900 to $1,000 total. And you usually could make that back within the first month. But now all of a sudden, when you get hit with this, it's just like, this could crash the market of the game, like Trek said, PFC will. So of course, it remains to be seen. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with it. Credit K, you're hilarious. Some of this is, Roland Wishers. See, I've been using Pionex. I haven't heard of them, so I can't speak on them. Yeah, Shannon Allen said, don't keep your crypto on hot wallets in general. Yes, for sure. Yeah, Cash App. Roland Wisher said, I use Cash App to buy Bitcoin. They just updated to manually change the transaction. Carmelo said, Zay on Swan, Bitcoin, do you move after every weekly buy or do you wait for it to reach a threshold like they suggest?
Yeah, so I'll wait for it to reach the threshold and then move it. So yeah. Either way is good though.
So our our project experience, shout out to them, said I had issues with Gemini with them never approving my KYC. So that's why I kind of paused with Gemini, and I did keep it kind of real as far as who they service. Unless you were in early, they are like, you remember how they made the Facebook, the original Facebook? Hey, if you ain't a cool kid, they like, nah, we ain't trying to have you on our platform. But seriously, I'm not saying this as an official, but just from my experience, people I know experience it. It is more like if you got in early and like you've been handling your business on there, you've just been doing your thing, and handling your business, keeping it pushing. So yeah, but they've been doing, like I said, so they've been doing a good job for those people. As far as new people, I will be leery after this 2017 pump. They kind of stopped letting people on there because the whole ICO STO thing was going on. And then from there, they just been kind of, when I hear just, picking and choosing. So I don't know. But if you can get on it, it is a pretty good exchange as far as transacting, onboarding, and offboarding. All right, or more or less onboarding for sure now. Thai SEC proposes new rules for digital asset custodians. That's right, the Thai SEC is seeking public input for newly proposed crypto custody regulations until late September. What's going on in Thai town?
Oh man, so the Security and Exchange Commission of Thailand continues introducing regulations for the cryptocurrency industry, citing investor protection, which we all know is bullshit. On Thursday, the Thai SEC proposed a set of additional regulations related to custody of investors' cryptocurrency holdings held by digital asset business operators. All right. So the SEC is specifically looking to prohibit crypto companies from using investor assets for the benefit of another client or other persons, or seeking benefits from investors' fiat money and digital assets, and blah, blah, blah. The new rules propose a new framework for the withdrawal and transfer of fiat money. So basically, it's them clamping down on the on-ramps so that they can see whether or not this money is being moved the way they want it to, because you can't just have people out there moving their money how they want, right? And the reason why we bring up the Thai SEC is if they do it there, they can definitely do it here. I don't know how many times we reported on something the Thai SEC was discussing, and then our SEC came back a year later and was discussing the same thing. There's like a testing ground for regulation. So I would not be surprised to see this over here, because again, we've already seen it with the infrastructure bill. They've already sort of proposed stuff. So they are looking at newly proposed regulations until September 22nd. And of course, they didn't respond to Cointelegraph's request for comment, because then they would have to explain why they think they should be able to control the on-ramp for decentralized industry. But again, this is what it is. This is what regulators do. This is how they keep their job.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, my thing is when it comes to all these regulations, and what's kind of crazy about it is, like, who's to decide who's right? Are we going to do this by landmass? Are we going to say, well, you're within this country's borders, so you're doing it by the United States government way? You're in you're in Thailand, you're doing it this way. You're in the Philippines. I know you're in the Philippines, you're doing it their way, because their president has shown to listen. It'll be what was the old movie? It'd be like Scarface. You'd be in the top of a helicopter getting tossed out of that thing in the Philippines right now, the president. Hey, was it Madero? No, that's Venezuela. I can't think of the Philippines president name, but shout out to him. He said we're not gonna be having no drugs and gangs on my watch. And he's enforcing that brutally. But no, Philippines is a beautiful country. But yeah.
Tossing drug dealers off the top of the building. But yeah, hey,
crazy.
But, hey, before we move forward, get the likes up, people.
I meant to look at them earlier too, and yesterday. They slipping.
Y'all are slipping. We ain't even halfway there.
Look, there we go. BK Born, Best I Raised. Shout out to them. They try to save everybody with a tip. Question posed: do you think these exchanges like Cash App, Gemini, or Coinbase report or are required to report the address of our private wallets? Oh, I'm sure they're collecting them. And that's probably what the government wants. But we're far off from like having the addresses on a platform or system combined with names right now. I think we're far off. off. Nah, the government's behind. Oh, thank you, Keith. President Duarte. Yeah, Duarte, listen, I am not saying nothing bad about the Philippines. You ever travel through the Pacific, you might need to stop by there. Don't check your luggage. They will lose it. It's some type of game they playing. Just let them have it. Pay the money or don't check the luggage. But yes, John C. Bland said, she's your queen. Let's hit it.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever. A queen who give you pleasure. Oh, man. Yeah, get the likes up, people. We're not even halfway there. Let's get them up. This looks terrible. Ain't nobody like it. And we don't even have our one dislike yet. Come on, man. Just give us that.
Oh, Zay, man. Where's our one dislike? It's funny. We got like 3 the other day, and then somebody rescinded the 2. I'm like, no, keep your dislike game strong. Hey, stop playing.
We don't get them likes up. I'm going to gospel. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up. Shout out to Donnie McClurkin.
All right. Edward Arroyo said, how do you all think the exchanges will treat Bitcoin that has been washed by Monero's newly released atomic swap feature? Ooh.
Hold up. Monero's atomic swap feature. Ooh. Sounds good. Got to look more into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the newly released atomic swap feature, but there's always been ability to do it in wallets in general. So
yeah,
unless you're saying that exchanges were going to be allowed, which we haven't seen that. Most exchanges don't allow you to atomic or to swap in exchange with Monero. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, look after it. Let's see. Carmelo, looking forward to the monthly call for the masterclass. Very well explained, but still want a little direct question before we jump in deep. Glad you actually mentioned that. We did set a date for that yesterday. We can just go ahead and say it right now the show's in the middle. And we're still waiting for the likes to get up. So the first monthly call will be on September 5th, September 5th. That's Sunday at 3 p.m. So our old Talk Shop Live time, you all will receive an email today. We'll go ahead and get those emails out today about that. But it will be September 5th, Sunday on Talk Shop Live. That's for everyone who bought any masterclass. It's free to join. We'll do a Zoom call for that. We'll invite you to the Zoom so you can be in the video as well. I think we can. I think we'll be able to fit most people in the video. And if not,
it's 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and that will be a Q&A for the masterclass. So all the questions you have or any questions you have from the masterclass, we are going to give you that time, hour plus, to break it down and show you what's going on, so you're not lost. We appreciate your support, and we want to make sure we give it right back to you. All right. And then also, we'll be announcing something at the end of this show for Friday as well. Let's see. Edward. Oh, yeah, we already answered. We got to look at the wash exchange. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go on. How are we looking at these likes? These likes looking better or what?
Oh, yeah. They're looking a little bit better, but we can still get them up. I know.
No, we can get those up. 255 people.
Yeah, 255 people. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
No. I get that up.
I think they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear that sing one more time. They said, let's see. Yeah, everybody, somebody missed yesterday's VV, said Christian, but they're working on today's VV. Let's see. Craig Davidson said, if hitting the like button is too hard, then this crypto is way out of your league. Go back to watching porn. It's easier. Ben, no, we don't. The masterclass doesn't have any blockchain coding or smart contracts. We talk about smart contracts, but we don't actually do any smart contracts. But you don't do any, do you?
Briefly, we discussed it briefly, but not going into in depth because there's so many different things with smart contracts. That's a whole course by itself. May actually have one like a guest one, but yeah. Oh man, yeah, the likes still ain't moving, man. I think they really do want to hear me sing.
Here we go. Oh no, it's hitting. A couple of likes just came in.
I think it's backfiring. I think people are not liking it, so they can't sing.
Man, that is true. There we go. John C. Bland said we need a gem in the crypto mixtape. Boom. There we go. We have 200. There we are. Thank you. All right, let's finish this show strong. Talking about your favorite pet. That is right, Dogecoin. Good old loyal Dogecoin is going to help real dogs. Chicago Animal Shelter now accepts crypto. What's going on in Chicago with Dogecoin?
Oh yeah. So first, let's give them a hand. Anytime any charity accepts crypto, love to see it. Just keeping the
Sure.
entire eco space moving. But yes, here or out in Chicago, they say here we are eager to connect with the growing cryptocurrency community who can help sustain the future of animal welfare in Chicago and save animals' lives. This is from PAWS Chicago CEO Susanna Holman, and this is an animal rescue organization in the Midwest, and they stopped using euthanasia for resident cats and dogs, which is more humane and long term. Keeping these dogs alive, you can actually get them themselves. So if you want to help out with PAWS Chicago, they are accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, as well as other tokens that are unnamed to support its operations ahead of its new hospital for homeless cats and dogs. They are looking to target a tech-savvy demographic of potential donors, and they're promoting their crypto donations with this awesome digital billboard, which you can see here with a dog shooting lasers out of his eyes.
Amazing. This is a bomb. It's like a movie billboard. This is the movie for crypto. You don't call it crypto something. You call it PAWS Chicago.
PAWS Chicago. I mean, even Busta Rhymes has a laser eyes now. It's catching on. It seems as though everybody's starting to get the inside joke. And they've been around 25 years. They prevent over 300,000 such surgeries. And they've helped lower the number of homeless animals killed by 91%. So if you appreciate their efforts, go ahead, jump over there and donate some crypto. And of course, you can use Doge to help dogs. So sounds good. This is a marketing team's wet dream right here. Just waiting for a coin to come out that's named after whatever they're trying to do. And you can accept it as donations. So shout out to PAWS Chicago.
Ooh, all right. Really quick, we got to cover one last quick story. Shout out to who dropped that off on us. I was trying to look back to see who asked us about the Monero and tip this for. We appreciate it. Like I said, we were going to look it up really quick. I can't see where the tip came from right now because the show is still. Oh, Edward Arroyo, thank you for that. Yeah, how do we think exchanges will treat Bitcoin that has been washed by Monero's newly released atomic swap feature? So this looks like it came out yesterday. Monero price rises 20% after atomic swap implementation. Monero, the largest privacy-focused cryptocurrency by market cap, has posted a 20% price surge following the launch of the atomic swap implementation program last week. They announced a rollout of this implementation development by the cross-blockchain protocol COMIT, aiming to simplify trades between Monero and Bitcoin. Oh, okay. So they're making it more efficient, essentially, it looks like. Following the launch of Monero atomic swaps, of course, Monero have seen a jump in the price. So still have to look at it because sometimes the jump in the price is because of speculation still. So I can't just go ahead off the top of my head and say, I know it made the price cheaper, or I know it made swaps cheaper. It's more efficient. The price would suggest that, it looks like. But I haven't been keeping up with any of their updates coming out right now. So I got to go back and look. But this is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, looking good. And it's getting to the point now where if you want to get Monero, all the cash on ramps are going to be pretty much gone. So this is well needed, especially when people realize how private this really is.
And
so
here it is.
Take Bitcoin. Hey, perfect.
So it looks like this newly introduced. Okay, so I don't like the why they're calling it swaps, because that kind of messes up the name of what atomic swaps already are in crypto, which is essentially just swapping two cryptocurrencies. But Monero project contributor I'm not even going to try to say this. It's a name I can't pronounce. ERCI. Eric Caccioni.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Eric Caccioni.
Okay, Eric Caccioni said that the newly introduced swap deployment is a brand new technology that allows users to exchange Bitcoin and Monero without relying on a trusted third party like a cryptocurrency exchange. And again, that's kind of already been out, I thought, but I don't know. These swaps are called atomic because they only have two possible outcomes. Either the trade is successfully completed and each trader receives the other one's funds, or nothing happens and both traders keep the funds they started with. Now, that's the different part. Is how they explain that. Again, the trade either works or it doesn't work. I like that, especially when you're dealing with privacy coins. That is pretty impressive, actually. So I can see why the price got pumped overnight. I won't say pumped, but why the price did pump. But yeah, I just don't like the name. But other than that, that's what's up. Yeah, but shout out to Monero. Like, they've been doing a good job. Fluffy Pony said, "You can't even stop me in the jaws of the law. We still out here."
Oh yeah. Yeah, they definitely doing what they got to do, because Monero's not stopping. I can say that right now.
Yeah, there it is. There we go. S1 Dubs. Thank you. Yeah, we mentioned him actually in the masterclass too. Ivan on Tech has a smart contract development course for beginners. No experience of any kind required. Yeah, Ivan on Tech, I've only heard good things about. So I would definitely check that out as well. Let's see. Young Air says set on the crypto sidelines for a few years, then try getting back on Gemini with their new impossible PLAID verification. All right, yeah. So okay, it is kind of official. I kind of heard about it. It is a little bit tougher. So come at them with some paper. They'll let you on. Straight up. Come at them with some real, raise your limits of a lot, and they will come help. They will come support you. All right. Other than that, announcements. Bitcoin Zay, what do you have?
No announcements from me. Happy hump day, people.
Yes. And also be on the lookout. Is it this Friday we're gonna launch it?
Yeah, this Friday.
So this Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And this will be in emails as well for everybody who signed up for our newsletter. Again, you go to thegentlemanofcrypto.com, scroll to the bottom and sign up for our newsletter. But this Friday, we will be premiering a new show. It won't be, right now, we're just going to be doing it bi-monthly or bi-weekly. So we'll just be doing once every other week, but from 6 to 8 p.m. So it'll be a 2-hour show this Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific. Of course, that would be 9 to, was that like 11 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout for those emails. And again, the Q&A will be September 5th. That's Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And we have a lot more stuff coming out. Photos, the photos from the meetup will be coming out, photos from the meetup will be coming out, and we'll be having a lot of stuff going on. So make sure you are signed up on the for the newsletter, and we'll be talking a lot about that stuff there. Other than that, thank you for the like and shares, and have a good hump day, as Bitcoin, as they said. Cheers.